Hey, what's up, everybody? Josh Pono. You know who I am. Coming at you live on a Saturday morning. Goldman Sachs said that the real estate market in San Diego was going to crash by 25%, and NBC and ABC and all these places went nuts. I looked for the article and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I couldn't find any data or any specifics. So if you're wondering if the real estate market is going to crash in San Diego, if you're a buyer, you're a seller, excited, and if you're a seller, you're panicked. It's been a popular search term, but this is going to, if you're wondering about that and you want the actual information that's coming directly from the MLS, then these numbers just came out for February. They come out in February, but they're numbers for January. So I know that a lot of people don't have a desire to list or buy right now, and maybe you're just here for information. So I'm going to give you the exact answers and the bullet points that you want right now. And then I'm going to give the people that really want to know the information, I'm going to give you a link to let me know, and I'll put together a report that shows you all the details, specifically directly coming from the MLS. And if you don't have an access as a licensed agent to this data, you can't get it. And none of these media outlets that are pushing this clickbait have any of these actual information. So again, I'm going to give you some bullet points, because if you ask a real estate agent, is it a good time to buy a house? Oftentimes they will quote you a Chinese proverb about a tree and how it was great to plant the tree or buy the house 20 years ago, and the next best time is now. I'm a guy that goes back to the data. So with that being said, here's what's going on right now. Okay, pending applications, pending properties just jumped 25%. You have inventory starting to jump, but not enough to outpace demand. You've got buyers. Over 40% of the purchases right now are on a 2-to-1 buy down program, which means for the first year, you're getting 2% off of the normal interest rate, which means 40% of the buyers are getting in the fours. Okay, when we were in a real estate market in 17, 18, 16, 19, we were in the 4%, and we appreciated 10% in those years. It was very normal at that time coming off the crash. The prices now have dropped about 15, 18% county-wide. So the peak was in April and May. We've gone down, but January has stabilized. We actually went up by $1,000 on the average price. So normally January tends to drop a little bit, and we've come down, we've stabilized, and we've even started to show a lot of signs that we're about to pick up. In fact, most of the mortgage market, Barry Habib, who was one of the guys who called the crash, him and his colleagues who are great mortgage forecasters, and they go in depth in some crazy, crazy stuff, like 2-hour webinar with them on inflation and employment rates. And we're talking about studying stuff back to like the Great Depression era. So with that being said, those people are all expecting interest rates to get into the fours again without the 2-to-1 buy down. So the scenario that we're seeing is we're seeing buyer demand starting to really get bottled up, and they're all getting ready and gearing up to go into the market. We're seeing inventory open up and start to come to the market, but not enough to not enough to outpace the demand. We're seeing mortgage applications going up. We're seeing low supply. These are all things that we saw back in 2021, 2020, and we're seeing a lot of similarities in December of 21 and January of 23. So to take you back, January of 2022 was nuts. Now, I don't expect there to be this massive boom or this massive jump like there was before, because the bottom line is we're still higher in pricing and we're still higher in interest rates to have that kind of jump. Rates were in the 2s and the 3s then. So if you're looking to buy a home, it's a really good time to just evaluate the situation. Now, of course, there's a lot of stuff going on with the industry in regards to ChatGPT, AI, job security. Obviously, that all plays a part. But if you're wondering exactly what the details are and how to line it up for a strategy best for you, then there's a link below in the description that'll drive you over that I can give you these detailed reports. If you're a seller and you've been thinking about it, the link still applies. You can click on it and I'll get you the detailed reports. But most importantly, it's not a great time to buy or sell right now, maybe. Who knows, depending on your individual situation. But if timing the market to the best of your ability is something that you want so you can get a better price or better conditions on buying or selling, then now is the time to spend a little bit of time doing the due diligence so you can make the best decision. Be well, and we'll catch up with you soon. If you have any questions, obviously, we'd love to help you. And have a fantastic Saturday.